Hey everyone, welcome to my channel today. It's Melinda and I am sharing my latest share for Anna's Craft Cupboard. Now, I've already hit record and I somehow managed to get 1 second of footage, so I don't know what happened. But I set myself the challenge when I received these beautiful goodies from the store to use the frames from this collection, and this is kind of the design I've come up with. I've got 3 photos of myself and then one of it with each of my guys. Stupid Snapchat filters, but it's all fun. I'm using this as my background. You can see I've gone a bit crazy and splattered some gold Heidi Swap Colour Shine and some white linen ink spray by Dilutions. Now, I did record that. Like I said, I don't know what happened. So you haven't really missed much. I backed my photos on a couple more frames. So I'm just going to finish off getting the rest of this colour dry, and I will pop you on fast forward. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so really easy way of drying it off is using my paper towel. You'll have to excuse my head. I did make marks on this background paper where I had things set up. So I do apologise for my head. With that really dark blue at the bottom, it was really hard to see my marks. That's okay though, because I'm happy with how the layout turned out in the end, and we'll just run with it. And you get to see my pink hair. Okay, so I'm just making sure everything is lined up exactly how I want it, and I am just moving things a millimetre here, a millimetre there. I don't want this to line up with that. I'm going to cut this frame down and use it in 2 places. Make sure I've got everything lined up the way that I want it. And then I bring in this last frame as well. So yeah, I'm really impressed with myself that I got so many of these frames used up. I do normally struggle with them, but I got the majority of what came in this collection used, so I am happy. I'm going to use my ATG to glue everything down. I tried to be smart, but my paper didn't want to cooperate and it shifted. It's okay. So I'm just laying them down one at a time, trying not to move everything too much, because I know that I'll never get the position correct again if I do move everything. This is a pretty simple design, but I really love it. The story behind this photo is there's not much of a story, but while I'm gluing things down, I'll read you my journaling. I've got the page here. The journaling just says, since discovering Snapchat, I found a fun and easy way to keep the boys busy while we await food when we eat out. Love some silly selfies. These photos were taken at the end of semester 1 this year. We decided that the boys both got really good reports. We were both really, my husband and I were both really happy with their reports, so we decided to go out for dinner as a family, and they were really excited. But at 8, and the youngest was 5 at the time, it's a bit long to wait for food. So I pulled out my phone, my husband rolled his eyes, and the boys and I had a bit of fun. I'm just working out exactly where I want things here, because it makes a difference. I think I used some foam on this frame to pop it up. Yep. These are, I buy the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I don't make you watch me stick them all down or peel the backing, because that is not fun. Going to add some dimension, I think, behind all 3 photos. Yeah, all 3 photos, and stick them down. So I end up, while I was sticking those photos down, I realised that that frame that I cut in half was pretty much in line with each other, so I decided to move it, and I'm happier with the position of that now. Just going to trim off my excess. Toyed with the idea of putting some more of that frame in there. I'm going to trim off my branding strip. Isn't this paper beautiful? Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I'm going to use these gorgeous alphas from Paige Evans in her new whimsical collection. I had to have them as soon as they hit the shop. I'm using the light pinky coloured side. I just thought that they complemented the colours in this much better. And I'm using this Ellie's Studio Title Builders Volume 2 stamp set to build my title. My title's going to read Snapchat Magic, and I'm going to do some embossing. I just rubbed it on my arm to make the ink stick better to the stamp. And I am inking in gold. I'm just doing a test on some scrap paper there. I'm going to use my powder tool to make sure I don't get embossing powder everywhere I don't want it. Now I have actually backed that frame with vellum. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if the video went strange or not, but my computer decided it was doing part of its backup. Okay, so I'm just showing you up close that embossing, and I'm using my white pen here to do my journaling. You can't see it very well on the video, but up on the top left there's a big ugly white splatter that I don't like. So I'm going to work on covering that up. But first I decided to go through all of the embellishments I got. So I've got the flare buttons there. I think I've got some chipboard there, which I don't think I end up using any more of. I just use the frames. And the accessory sticker sheet. Did I say flare buttons? I'm sorry. So I am just playing with the bits and pieces, seeing where I can get them. I absolutely love this little jar with the flowers in it. It is adorable. I don't get it on this page though. Doesn't work. I do get it on a different page, so stay tuned. These little mason jars are absolutely adorable. I love them. And I do manage to get a couple of them on this page, so I'm very happy with that. Just moving things around until I'm happy with the placement. This is quite often just a game of where can I make this work? Where can I make that work? On the left hand side I've got the jar with the round flare, so I thought on the right hand side I would add a jar with another round piece. The flare on the left hand side is I end up changing it to just the love heart, and then the round piece on the right hand side says love this. Just working on that cluster up at the top. The little banner says shine bright, the one with the bowl and stuff on it, the biggest piece. And then the pink banner says all smiles. I'm going to add a little bit of journaling to the top, to that label up the top. You will see me come in and journal in pencil, but I think I'm going to go back in and journal with my grey pen just to finish that off. Pulling out a few stickers here. Oh, this is where I pull out some of the word stickers. So that one down the bottom with my littlest guy and me says memories. The one on the left hand side says captured. The one up the top with me and my biggest boy says be yourself. And then the one on the right hand side with the jar and the circle, love this, says little moments. Adding some dimension to some of the pieces that need it. Gluing everything flat. The mason jar on the right hand side is one of the chipboard ones. And you will notice that I'm using a different tape runner, and I kind of flick between the two. My husband recently went to Japan and this tape runner was on my wish list, and I realised after he got home that apparently Officeworks sell them. That's okay. I got one from Japan, so it's more authentic. Yes, I'm silly. That's okay. So I'm just sticking all my bits down. Looks like I've sped this up super fast for you too. Toyed with the idea of some flowers here. I wanted to use them. I didn't want to use them. I want to hoard them and not use them on anything. I want to use them on everything. But I do use 2 of them. Actually, I use 3 of them. So I've got one to the left and the one to the right of the photos. And then I find one of the little kind of scribbly ones, which I think are adorable, which I add up the top with a little leaf. Like I said, this page is pretty simple, but I really love it. I'm really happy with it. Love these photos of me and my boys. They're a bit cute. As always, thank you ever so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go into the close-ups in a second. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, please do. I was hoping to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, so please, if you would like to, hit that subscribe button. Share with all your friends. No, not really. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed, and stay tuned for some more Midnight Collection love. Have a fantastic day.